Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. Not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi, folks. Welcome back. I'm going to show a little collage here of the Alphabet Networks, a.k.a. mainstream media, concerning the baby formula problem. Now, you know, Steve Bannon said it months ago on Timcast. First, the worst thing you want to do is piss off the mama bears. And they did that with the school board meetings and then the FBI investigating mothers and fathers, especially mothers, as if they were terrorists. And now you have this huge baby formula shortage to piss off the mothers even more. Now, it's amazing to me. It truly is. How these people could be so clueless. Is it because they're really stupid and live in a bubble? Or, frankly, they see the handwriting on the wall and they know, like in this case, Buttigieg, what was he, mayor of Great Bend, I think it was, Indiana? He was a Democratic candidate. And for him dropping out of the race, he got the reward of being transportation secretary, which is interesting because he was gone for 2 months on maternity leave, him and his husband, and nobody noticed he was gone. Anyway, enough of my rambling. Let's listen to these morons.
I know the president said more action's coming, but this has been ongoing for months. There were supply chain issues already. Then you have the issue with this one plant, Abbott, whistleblower in September, February, the recall. It's May. Why has it taken so long? And why did the president on Friday seem to say that it was new information to him? He said, if we'd been better mind readers, I guess we could have done something earlier.
You seem a little aggravated by President Biden's remarks. This is Face the Nation, CBS. You did everything in your power to make sure that Joe Biden was president of the United States. And now that you got what you wanted, you're acting aggravated. You got what you wanted. Donald Trump is gone. Don't be mad.
Look, the administration acted from day one.
Day one. Day one of what? If we were mind readers, we'd have it better prepared. Let's just go on.
This morning, mounting concerns for panicked parents as the nation's baby formula shortage shows no signs of letting up. Across the country, the out-of-stock rate is over 40%, a figure the White House disputes.
We go to buy formula, everything is gone.
The CEO of formula maker Perrigo, one of the big four manufacturers, predicting this shortage could last the rest of the year.
The rest of the year, right through the midterms. Yeah. Where's my sound effects board? Let's get some sound effects here. Yeah, let's get some sound effects. Yep, there we go. It's amazing to me how clueless these people truly are.
The empty shelves forcing desperate moms like Katie Miller to use social media to find the formula she needs to feed her twin daughters.
When you go to all of the stores within a 2-hour radius and you can't find what you need and have to resort to other measures, it's really stressful.
No, it's really stressful. So I guess it matters who you vote for. Let's see what the Health and Human Services Secretary has to say, who, by the way, I think when he did those interviews, he was in Berlin. What the hell he's doing in Berlin, I don't know. Health and Human Services, and in a crisis, this clown's in Berlin doing what?
And so what we're hoping is that soon we'll be able to move forward with Abbott and other manufacturers to make sure that supply again is readily available on all shelves throughout the country.
Soon sounds good if you don't have a baby who's hungry. Soon sounds terrifying if you do. Can you tell us what soon?
You see him grimace there? Guys, what are you doing? We're the Democrats. We're in business together. You're MSNBC. What are you doing asking tough questions and making snide remarks? Even though they're right on the money, That's why he flinched. My God, what happened? I thought we were buddies. You know, comrades in arms against the evil Donald Trump and the ultra mega Republicans. These people suck so bad.
Soon means.
Soon means as quickly as we can get Abbott and manufacturers to make sure that they can increase product again because it is safe to consume. We will work with them to provide imported product so long as we can, again, make sure that what comes in is safe. We don't want to go back to those days where toys are laden with lead that our children...
Toys are laden with lead. You pompous ass. I don't think anybody in the world makes paint with lead unless you're a third world country. And I doubt even they do. What a, you know, that's the example he uses? Really? Honestly, he's looking out for you while your baby has no formula. What a great guy. He was an ass when he was a congressman. Big mouth. All of a sudden now he's not so arrogant.
Play with, or salmonella is infecting some of the food product that gets imported into this country and consumed by Americans. We have to make sure it's safe. And in this particular case, the Michigan plant that Abbott operated that produced a good portion of the baby formula that is consumed by Americans wasn't safe. Or at least they were willing to agree that they needed to
nobody wants to get them up and running before it is safe. I'm just wondering if you can give me something clear in terms.
Look how painful she looks. Can you give me a straight answer to a straight damn question? She looks pained. You know what? You're one of the people in the mainstream media that wanted this. You wanted Joe Biden as president. You wanted Donald Trump out. Why do you look so upset? So pained. I'll bet you Pete Buttigieg gets plenty of formula for his baby, and I bet you if you have one, you get yours too. And all the elites do. But the peon citizens, this is what you have in store for you if you keep voting Democrat. And it's just going to get worse. Can you give me an answer, please?
Of quantity of days or weeks or months. Is it days? Is it weeks? Is it going to be a few months?
The question is more properly posed to Abbott because Abbott is the one that can guarantee the safety. We inspect to ensure that they're following through. We believe it can be done quickly. We've been talking to Abbott.
Wait a minute. Talk to Abbott. That's the manufacturer of the baby formula. Well, the thing of it is, Democrats and progressives like this sorry piece of crap are up businesses' behinds all the time for every nickel dime thing. And now all of a sudden it's making them look bad. Well, you're going to have to talk to Abbott. You've been making it hard for business for decades. Decades. And all of a sudden now, well, you'll have to talk to Abbott. You know, we're in communication with them. Bullshit. You're up their ass all the time. All of a sudden now, you don't want to get involved? What a chump.
I believe Commissioner Califf and the FDA will soon be making some announcements in this regard. We think it can be soon. How soon? Weeks? How quickly? How many weeks? Again, it depends on the manufacturers.
Mr. Secretary, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, that big sigh. Like, you know, I had so many more questions, but I just kept asking the same question over and over because you won't answer. Oh, okay. This is what you wanted. This is what MSNBC was one of the main culprits. You wanted these people in charge. And all of a sudden now, you don't like it. Oh, well.
Got a few more questions, but we are up against our heart out.
Did the government fail to recognize how serious the scope of the disruption was going to be when a plant of this size and import is shut down?
Yeah, and I had a little trouble hearing your question, but I'm pretty sure it's just, do we understand how important this is? Look, I raised...
No, I'll restate it, Secretary.
That's one of the oldest tricks there is on the internet when you're doing Zoom calls or whatever this is, Zoom interviews, online interviews, is you pretend it's distorted or it's going in and out. That way you get to ask the question you want to ask. And sometimes they go along with it, but she's not doing it this time. And this is CNN, the number one culprit for getting Joe Biden in office. And they're using the same tricks and nonsense now on their so-called comrades in arms as they were before to the American people. Well, I didn't really hear the question, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make up a question and hope that you'll let me do it.
I'll restate it because I do think this is important, and I'm sorry for the connection if there's an issue. My question is, did the government fail to recognize how big of a deal the disruption was going to be, how great this crisis could turn into when a plant of this size and import to the formula supply was shut down? Did you fail to recognize the problem you had on your hands?
At all times, FDA recognizes what might happen when it moves in to tell a plant, a manufacturer.
Oh, at all times. The FDA knew all about it. Knew all about it. Did absolutely nothing. Here's the long and the short of it. Even people that hate Donald Trump will agree with this. If this happened under Donald Trump's watch, he would have got all the CEOs of all the baby formula manufacturers in the U.S., don't import it. He would have said, hey, guys, we're going in this room. We're going to have a couple of my aides. We're going to have maybe some snacks out, some water, some soda, because he likes to put food out. And nobody's leaving until we can figure out what the hell's going on. What do you need to ramp up production? To make it safe and ramp up production so we're not caught with our pants down. And you guys aren't leaving until we figure this out. Period. Period. There's no one that can dispute that, even people that hate Trump. But Biden, who's up businesses' asses for every nickel and dime thing, all of a sudden now they don't want to get involved. Isn't that fascinating?
That they may have to take pretty dramatic action, no doubt.
I hear your advice to parents, but
I got to say before he starts, this is the Surgeon General of the United States. I got to tell you, my first impression is he's wearing his dad's uniform and it's too big for him, or he looks like Gilligan got a promotion. I can't figure out which one. Listen to see what this asshat has to say about the baby formula. And this, of course, is CNN. Again, who's number one for getting these people in charge of the mainstream media. And they seem frustrated somehow that all these things are happening. Well, at least you're not getting mean tweets anymore. And Donald Trump doesn't call you the enemy of the people at press conferences. So you got what you wanted. Shut up.
it sounds like parents are only diluting the formula or resorting to making their own because they can't get their hands on any formula. And some of them, I mean, we've talked to parents whose children have allergies. They can't substitute one formula for another. So, I mean, they're feeling desperate. What date do you think that parents who are not able to get formula right now will be able to get it?
Well, Alison, I certainly understand that pain, the concern. And if you are a parent whose child is on specialty formula,
I understand the pain and the concern. You condescending jerk. You have no clue what it's like to be an American citizen, the average citizen, the average Joe and Jane Doe walking around trying to make a living, trying to survive. You have no clue because you've been living in a bubble your whole life, at least your whole adult life. And he's so concerned. He feels their pain. Remember that one?
and you should talk to your doctor, your OBGYN, or your child's pediatrician about what the alternative options in terms of formula should be. A number of physicians' offices also can carry samples as well, and you can check with your doctor's office to see if they have samples.
To see if you had samples. Are you kidding me? A little dinky packet in a sample? What is it, enough for one bottle? Doctors have hundreds of patients, so they got about 10,000 samples laying around the office in boxes. You ass. These are highly educated people. It's amazing to me. Those of you that are younger out there, look up what the Peter Principle is. It's amazing to me. Truly astounding. Go look for samples at your gynecologist or pediatrician's office. Well, I'm just going to leave it with this. You know, bad things happen under good presidents and bad presidents. It's how you act in a crisis and what you do to help correct it that makes you above other presidents and a good leader. There is no one of any rational mind that's not a cult member, a city urban liberal type, CULT, that knows that if this was Donald Trump as president, he would have sat down with all the CEOs and they would have worked out a deal somehow, somewhere. If we can give $49 billion to Ukraine with no strings attached, not even knowing where the money goes, we can sit down with the CEOs of these companies and work out some kind of arrangement. Maybe short-term, maybe zero-interest loan to get your production worked up. Whatever, they'd figure it out because they're smart people. Trump was a businessman. He would know how to make that work. But millions and millions of people, and many people I know, I've known my whole life and respected, said, well, at least, I don't like him because he just sends out mean tweets and he's rude and he has no class. Okay. You got what you wanted. At least there's no more mean tweets. How do you like it now? Until next time, goodbye and good luck.